where the escape thoughts find them and every conversation explores the art of thinking beyond the obvious. And today I have my special guest. She is IT analyst, abstract soul singer, entrepreneur, as well as an author, no other than Miss Siquoyia Blue.
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Welcome, Miss Sikaya, and book one, no, abstract essay. And can you please introduce more about yourself that I miss?
Alrighty. Well, I am an abstract soul singer. I am, let's say, a techno ninja. I handle technology in different assets with AI, music technology. I edit music. I create my own music, and I'm also an author. So I got some cool adult books out there, coloring books. I'm trying to promote some more. And yeah, soul snippet.
And thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom to the world, Miss Sikaya. Thank you. And today, let's talk about the multi talented mind innovating beyond art. So tell us. We've misunderstood the core of strength of an artistic mind. What is the most damaging stereotype about creative people that you want to dismantle?
Um, the most damaging thing, and as far as creative people, I think that one of the hardest things is trying to be able to do, creative stuff full time because you have to manage most a regular job and all these things, and sometimes it takes away from your creative pursuits that you really want to do. So I think it's important to find a balance between both so you can enjoy both worlds.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And what is the fundamental cognitive or neurological link between the ability to create a compelling painting and the ability, for example, design and groundbreaking business strategy to or solve complex engineering problem?
Let's see. As far as like design goes for the tech side, I'm doing the digital art, AIR, artificial intelligence art. So for that side, it's just making sure I understand what needs to be done, especially for a client or just for myself. From my portfolio is really getting the story down. I think it helps being an author or writer. You get down the right prompting is that's what they call is prompting, and so you just write out the story to make sure that it matches everything that's going on as far as what you want that product to be when it comes for artificial intelligence side. And now for the painting side, for me just painting my own stuff, which I haven't done in decades. I haven't painted myself. I might start doing that. My actual paintings are more so abstract. It's more so like a Vincent van Gogh type thing. So it's not really I can't do as much as I can with my paintings like I can with artificial intelligence art. So I think that's the technical side of it, and then the and art side of it, which is the painting side, is just more free form. That's all. It's the difference.
The free form indeed. And Ms. Shikoya, tell us, how do you define a multi-talented mind and why are the core traits of this mindset, like pattern recognition, metaphorical thinking, and comfort with ambiguity, becoming the most valuable currencies in today's business world?
I think it's tough. I mean, I think that the ambiguity of it all is pretty hard because what happens is that you don't know what's going to happen, and then you sometimes give up on your art because you get so caught up in trying to survive. And then also, if you are a full time artist, it could be a up and down situations. One month you're doing good, one month you're not, a few months you're not, because it takes consistent marketing and not just with podcasting, but you do need to, if you're not someone that can talk every day and on TikTok all night day, then you need to have ads running consistently, have a system set so you can be able to do the things. But until then, it's more ambiguous, when you don't have that system in place. It's very uncomfortable situation, but you still have to stay positive about it and keep going. If it's something you love to do. Now, if you're just chasing the money, then you're definitely gonna give up faster. So you gotta love it and you know try to get compensated for it. So you gotta do both.
Definitely both. Balance
Yeah.
the both. On the cognitive toolkit and practical application, Ms. Sequoia, can you give a concrete example of how artists train the ability to see subtle patterns and relationships could help them identify a market trend or a
Hmm.
systemic inefficiency that their purely analytical mind might miss?
That's a good one. I mean, I think it's important to be left and right brain. I consider myself left and right brain, but music is a business, or art is a business. Being author is a business. It's all a business. So you do have to keep up with the trends. It may be annoying because you just want to focus on the art side, but you don't want to. You still don't. Even if you have a lot of money, you don't want to just depend on everybody else because they may not know what they say they know, and they may not be go as hard as you would go because it's your stuff. So I think it's important to watch what's going on with AI, artificial intelligence, watch what's going on with jobs in the markets. So then you can know what you need to do so you can be able to adapt into this landscape. So I definitely think that being able to understand what's going on, knowing data analytics, knowing, how to read data on Instagram or any site you're using, see how many views you're getting, see what's going on, test different things. And also know it's the algorithm. So, if you're doing a basic algorithm, you're not paying for any ads. And yeah, it's gonna you can have the best art, best book in the world, but it might not be seen. But always look and see what's going on in the market, in the world, and study different ways of marketing that's for you and your situation. Because what Joseph might do over here for his business might not be what you need to do for yours. So be able to understand what you need to do for your particular situation for your art is very important.
Truly, truly very important. And Miss
Hmm.
Sequoia, how does an artist comfort with starting from zero, facing the void of blank canvas, directly translate to entrepreneurial capacity for innovating on uncharted territory where there is no pre-existing model?
Well, that part is kind of crazy. I mean, I think that you can pull inspiration from different things. I think if someone's like a true artist, like a deep artist, like you just born to you're born to do the music or the books or whatever, you're gonna find inspiration from different things because art is in everything. So if you are feeling like, man, I don't know what to do, day got a lot going on in the world, and I can't think to sit down and write something, there's always something to marvel at if you're a true artist. And that could be watching a bird and then you come up with an idea about a bird. Like you might go to the park and you'll see a bird and that's art. Watching a movie, sometimes you watch a movie and you're like you create a art from that. So it's different things that can help artists open up their juices to start flowing because it's like this is art and everything. If you're a true artist, you can see it, and being curious enough to see it and aware enough to see it is important because you always have something to put out there. And that's the beauty of being an artist that's also aware. So I think that I would tell artists become more aware, look at what's going on around you and create art based off of that.
Miss Sequoia, tell
Mhm.
us, the artistic process is inherently one of draft, critic, and revision. How can this non-linear, iterative approach to problem solving lead to more robust and innovative solutions in tech, science, or policy than rigid linear plan?
How can art be, I guess you say, how can it be incorporated in corporate America?
Yes, to this policy.
um I think that art can be I think art needs to be incorporated in corporate America more. I always say, being in the tech field for over 10 years, just going into working different fields and stuff, I've noticed that art has helped kind of problem solve better as far as like certain things. It helps you see things differently than just the logic side. So with AI being out and stuff like that, I think it's a chance to kind of make things more of a storytelling. You can learn more storytelling to explain things in documentation, technical documentation, or just corporate policies. I think artificial intelligence helps with that as long as it follows ethics and stuff like that, which is a big topic. But I think that's important because it adds into this fun. It brings fun into corporate America because you can add different things to documentation, make it more interesting, and policies make it more interesting to read. It's almost like creating storytelling into corporate. And I think that needs to be incorporated more. I mean, even though you see on the news, all these people are getting laid off because of AI, but a lot of times these companies aren't really using it at to its full extent, its full extent. So I think that needs to be ironed out more. And maybe that'll take time if they can hire the right people to do that.
Definitely. The
Yeah.
empathy engine. How does a practice of creating art, which often involves imagining other perspective and experiences, build the empathy muscles that is critical for human-centered design, leadership, and user experience?
Um, I think that I think that being open to diverse like opinions that can help lead to, I can say, better technology, because I feel like at this point it's like a shut off, like and it's not necessarily about DEI per se, but it's more so just about people being open to different opinions as far as different ways to do things that maybe you have been used to doing it, and being open to that and seeing things a different way than what you've been used to. So and then you can create a better tech company, a better tech product, a better tech situation, instead of just sticking to what you already know, what you're comfortable with. And I think that's important to to help bring out technology and make it better and stronger, because it's still an evolution. But if you don't hire different type of people, then it's just not going to get better.
Hmm, indeed. And artistic minds often make novel connection between disparate fields. What is a powerful example of how borrowing a concept from one domain led to a breakthrough to another?
um how did one situation lead to a breakthrough?
Yes,
um
from creating
I mean, for
something.
my Oh, if I'm creating something, I think. Well, I can give you a personal example. I created a GPT called Shay, and at first I was going to use this to just share with the world, but I ended up making it my own personal assistant. But it actually helped me with a breakthrough for a lot of stuff, like just I trained her so well, I can ask her any questions. So if it's medical advice, she tells me what I need to ask the doctor, because sometimes doctors are busy, they don't have time to read up on everything, and they may just pass by an issue that's important. So if you're staying up on game, you can go on ahead and say, hey, you know what, this is what I think is best. And and she just that it just changed my life. Like, even with law, anything dealing with the law or anything that I need help with, documentation, how to document something correctly to protect myself, my GPT helped me with that. And I think now companies are creating their own AI bots and stuff like that. Now, I don't know, AI bots are trained by models, right? So it's like it depends on who's training the models, is how sharp this AI bot can be and stuff like that. But I feel like it could help change the world, because every time you can't, it's hard to research everything. A lot of people couldn't. It's hard for people to Google for everything back in the day. But with this AI bot that I created, Shade Chat GPT, Shade Chat Companion, and then my other one is EBO. So EBO. It's private. I mean, well, it's not private, but it's not in the GPT marketplace. It's just for anybody that wants the link. So that one is definitely the same as Shay, but it's just for the world to use. And so basically, you can write and ask questions and learn about things you need to learn about, anything going on you want to know about, grants, anything like that. She can answer. So I think that's been my big evolution, which has changed my life within over the last year. To be honest,
Hmm, interesting,
yeah.
Mexico. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us, for someone with talents in, say, coding, painting, and writing, how do you manage the tension between deep focus and diverse expression without burning out?
I mean, good question. I think that is all because everything's in segments, so you don't have to do everything at the same time. So, it might be one week, you're focused on working on a coding project and trying to do portfolios. And you're not doing it all day every day. You're just gonna, dedicate 20 minutes a day to it or 20 minutes a week if you want to, but it's all not at the same time. And most of my tech work is done at regular 9 to 5 job or something like that, but my AI work is outside of that, of course, because I'm creating my own portfolios and stuff like that. But that's still, I mean, it still like doesn't feel like work because it's easy to me. It comes naturally. So I can be creating AI art chilling while I'm watching a show because it's so easy to me. um and then with this podcasting and stuff, I don't do it every day, I do it like once a week or sometime once every other week. So everything is like segmented. So it's not all at the same time. So I still have time to myself and to think without doing anything. But also, if I want to do something while I'm watching the show, I can have my laptop sitting in front of me and I can be creating some stuff there. And I don't feel like it's work because everything just doesn't feel like work. The only thing that feels like work is a 9 to 5. But outside of that, nothing else really feel like work, like that. Everything else is like fun, so yeah, that's how I look at it, and that's how I manage it, and that's why it's not a big deal to have multiple passions because everything's not at the same time.
Indeed. So, Miss Sequoia,
Hmm.
in your research and observation, what is the most underrated skill that artists possess that the business world desperately needs but doesn't know how to ask for?
um One of the skills that artists possess that's not used in the business world. um I mean, I guess I would say being open minded. I mean, I think artists are naturally out of the box because we created something from nothing. So I think that it's a skill that's needed in tech. And I think there was a billionaire that said, I forgot his name. I think it was he's Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. And one thing he said is that he hires people that have tech, I mean, have art hobbies outside of work because he said they are the best workers because they can come in and have an open mind, and they also do great work. He said that they stand out more than someone that just strictly focus on work. So that's someone that mentioned that, and I thought that was amazing that he said that. So maybe other companies can follow suit because when you have that, don't just look at somebody like, oh, they're a singer for 10 years, but oh, I can't hire them because of that. But no, hire them because they are going to bring something different to the table and can make your business better and make it just it's just I think it's a good idea to incorporate more artists into different corporations.
Miss Sequoia, before we wrap up our discussion for today, I'm inviting you to please do listen to my other podcast, people, because my abstract essay is already in fifth season. Abstract poetry in second season, and my book 101 review in fifth season too. Comedy 101 in second season, and my food 101 in fifth season as well. Geography 101 in fourth season, and my baby podcast Law 101 and mental health 101 love letters in third season, and Movie 101 Review, Music 101 and fourth season, and Science 101 and Sex 101 in its first season. Please listen to them wherever you listen your podcast. Miss Koya, for listeners who identifies as a closet creative in a non-creative job, what is a small safe step they can take to start bringing their multi-talented mind work?
I guess a small step they can take is just doing something every day, just doing something every day in the art that you like to do. So rather as writing a book and sharing it maybe online to let people learn about it. And it could be a blog about it or anything, but doing something every day to because sometimes you just your job just doesn't you know allow that, it doesn't have that work in there. So you have to do something every day. because everything's a job. It doesn't have to be a 9 to 5. So you can always do something every day to share with someone because someone's always watching. So that's what I would say. Do something every day.
Do something every day and consistent. Definitely. Miss Siquoyia Blue, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom to the
Thank
world.
you.
So can you please
Thank
invite our
you.
list? So can you please invite our listeners to support your books, your advocacy, or whatever projects that you're doing right now?
Definitely support my card game, Dating Assassins card game at datingassassins.com. If you do buy the card game, please leave a review. Um, and then also just stream my music on Spotify, Spotify, Apple, everywhere. Anywhere you can stream stuff at, stream my music. Just look for Sequoia Blue. And yeah, just check out Blue Alchemist Podcast, Blue BLU Alchemist Podcast, and subscribe. And that's about it.
Yes. People will support Miss Siquoia Blue because if you support her for sure, more and more empowering advocacy to come. So Miss Siquoia, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
More to come, people. See you soon.